my fellow readers. In this video, I'm going to be talking about I'm the Catlords Manservant. I was just going to say the Catlords Manservant, but I'm the Catlords Manservant. This is a very short manga series by Rat Kitaguni, and let's go over it a little bit. So I'll read the back of the first volume, but then I'll talk about the series as a whole and my thoughts on some of it. At the mercy of the feline masters, Yukiharu Izumi just wants one thing, to be a normal high school student, but homeless, penniless, and with nobody else to rely on. He finds himself begging on his knees in front of shape-shifting cats. They're willing to take him in, but only if he waits on their every whim, and so starts his chaotic days as the Catlords Manservant. So this is kind of a comedic hijinky story, but there is, I guess, darker depth to it. We find out at the beginning of the book that our protagonist there, Yukiharu, is responsible to pay off the debt that his father left. We don't know too much about how that debt was gotten, I guess. But we do know that Yukiharu is now responsible for it. His father has passed away, and he feels very resentful of his father for leaving him with this debt. And now he has nowhere to go. He doesn't know how he's going to pay back all this debt. He is still just a high school student. But I think he gets a note or something that is, it gives him like the address of like where to go if anything would happen to his father. So he gets that and he travels to the address where he finds this home with these four gentlemen, some younger than others, but these four other guys. And lo and behold, these guys aren't just guys, that they're cats. They have, I'm trying to remember what the special name is now. Oh no, I don't remember, but they're, whatever it is, the shape-shifting people, cats. And Yukiharu just begs them to be able to stay there and that he'll do anything because he has nowhere to go. And so they agree. They will, I think they're also helping to pay off his father's debt, but they will give him a place to stay and food to eat and he'll be able to go to school. But in return, he has to be their servant. He has to take care of them and provide their meals and do all of the house cleaning. And Yukiharu agrees. I mean, what other choice does he have? He's a high school kid that has nowhere to go and no family left. So, yeah. Or at least we assume no family left because he's off on his own and doesn't seem to have anybody who's willing to take care of them. So, then bit by bit, we just go through a series where we get to know Yukiharu and the cats and the cat men, I guess you would say. And they're each a different type of cat. The main, kind of like cat overseer, master of the manor, he is the one master of the house cat is Miyako Izumi. They're all Izumis, by the way, because they all tie back to the dad. Like, they're not all his kids, but I mean, they were all adopted by the dad. And he is a Russian blue in his cat form. Then there's Kyo Izumi, and he is a ragdoll, and he's very fussy and prissy and narcissistic. And then there's Toru Izumi, who is a Scottish fold, and he is a manga artist. I think I missed a cat. I think there's 5 of them, and I forgot to say 5. Then there's Akira Izumi, and Akira is just a black cat, and Akira is actually in school with Yukiharu, so they're all 17. And then Susumu Izumi is also 17, and he is an orange tabby. And so Suzumu and Akira go to school with Yukiharu. And it's kind of funny, when we get to that part, Akira is a bit of a troublemaker. Like, he likes to get into trouble and cause trouble. Suzumu looks like he would be like this aggressive bully, but then it turns out through his story that he's actually like quite kind and compassionate to smaller animals that he thinks is cute. Like there's a whole chinchilla story in there that's really cute. Then each of the other characters have their own personality and their own little quirks. Akira came into the family with Toru. They're not related, but they were both being cared for by the same person before they were adopted by Yukiharu's dad. And you do get their story. It was a little sad, but really cute. Kyo. I'm trying to remember, did we get Kyo's story? I don't remember if we got Kyo's full story before. Oh, yeah, I guess we did, because I think Kyo was just adopted as a kitten. And then Miyako is the final story that we get in the series. Getting that backstory because Miyako was the first cat. And Miyako was rescued before Yukiharu was even born. And so there's this it's very cute and emotional towards the end. And it actually made me kind of sad because I think that the series was getting even better by the end of it, like showing us each of the cats' backstories, and a lot of them were much more sad. So like originally it seemed like kind of fluffier, hijinksier, funny, and then toward the back end it gets more emotional as you see like the trauma that all of them are facing because they've all lost somebody in the loss of Yukiharu's dad. Of course, Yukiharu lost his dad and mom, and we get to see like what happened and why they're not here anymore, and it all did become like a very emotional tale of, you know, loss and then also recovery from that loss and building bonds and relationships in order to recover and find some semblance of peace and happiness again. And you definitely do learn of like the scars that not only Yukiharu has, but Miyako especially, but then the other cats too, and why they are the way they are, and why they treat Yukiharu the way they do, or why they want Yukiharu to stay. And it's very emotional and very sad, but good as well. I enjoyed it very much. I didn't know what to think going into this one because you don't read a series called I'm the Catlords Manservant very often. So I had no idea. I do know that I like human and animal relation stories, like, you know, people adopting a cat or whatever. No idea that these were going to be like kind of the cat spirit type things that are also people. And so it's like very, very odd when they'll be like fighting together as people, but then the next minute like Yukiharu is carrying a cat around and it's like, oh, they're cats. Cats, but also people, and it's just a little weird. But it was also kind of fun. It made it a little fun, and of course communication may be a little bit easier than when you have a normal cat. So, yeah, it was a good time. I would actually recommend this one because it's quick and fun, and mostly you feel good, but it also does give you periods where it makes you think deeper and address different parts of life. So there you go. That's it for this video. Until next time, bye.